Like most things in life, this reading will find you when it's meant to be. All right, if you don't believe in that and you're not willing to give it a try, just click away, but I don't need to tell you to do that. So, all right, wow. From the tarot, the bottom of the deck was death. I want to start with this. That's big energy that we're coming into the reading with. Temperance underneath that, Five of Cups underneath that. So you're going through a very major transition underneath the surface. You can probably feel it. This would be a very intense transition for you, tumultuous, or just kind of not feeling very good. But at the top of the deck was the Two of Cups. So this actually would be a time for you of connection. Two of Cups is when you're magnetic to romantic partners. If you have a current partner, things would be improving or shifting, at least with them. Even to your own relationship with yourself. Death is bringing about major shifts in this area. With the Two of Cups as the predominant energy, though, I feel these feel like very positive shifts. Of course, course correction for some of you. It even felt like weird to say it, so a lot of you are hesitant. You will need to change relationships, habits with people, with yourself, if you want to be course corrected in the correct way, right? But again, there's a huge focus here on relationships with yourself right now, coming from the tarot directly. The oracle cards that came out, we have Divergence, Guidance, and Searching. So this is definitely a time of transition for you. Again, I feel like that's coming through super strong. With Divergence, there is no doubt in my mind there are things, ways of life, relationships, ways of being, old parts of you. You're diverging, so it's like a choice. It's do I maintain, do I keep, do I continue, or do I go off into this new path that I'm being guided to, right? So the next card, Guidance, coming in with that beautiful raven or that crow, as well as a matching kind of color scheme for it. Searching. So this is a very good time to be looking and to be open for new things and for guidance. If you look, if you seek, you will find. So go off on a metaphorical journey right now. Experiment. Understand this is a time of divergence. I'm seeing that ring and it's kind of incomplete. So again, I feel like a lot of you are being guided away from relationships that you've been attached to, away from attachments that have bound you. Like a ring, like the ring of Saturn, will bind you, right? It's a binding thing to wrap something around yourself. So you might be looking at things in your life in that way. While this is very constricting, this is no longer what I want my identity to be associated with. And there might be a lot of changes there. But Spirit will be helping you and guiding you along the way. This is a very positive time. I know I have an intense energy for some of you. You perceive it this way. But I feel that this is a very, again, the Two of Cups at the top of the deck. This is a time where new relationships will come in. Those of you looking for a romantic partner, likely to find one right now. That's a part of who you're becoming or who you became, as well as, whatever. Just a lot of newness coming in, matters of the heart. We have the Fool and the Three of Wands as the tarot that came out with these oracle cards directly. At least they fell out face up. But a couple cards also wanted to come out with these that were face down. It's almost like you want to plan this part of your life and you do have a plan, but you're also being pushed. I feel like you're being pushed into it. You're being rushed into it. So your plan is what you expect. It will turn out like that, but unexpectedly. So it's like you have an idea, you have a manifestation, and I do see that coming to you with the Three of Wands. You do have things laid out, especially I feel like the earth signs watching. You just have, even the more logical, like if you're just like a other sign that's not earth, if you're just more logical like an earth sign, that's the energy coming through. But it's like you know what you are building, you know what you're expecting, and I do feel like that comes to you, but it's not in the way that you're planning for it, even if it does come out as planned, if that makes sense. The Full energy here just makes me feel like something's being rushed out of your control. You're not the one rushing it, or being pushed into something, right? So it's a combination of your plans and the universe saying, hey, let's go. Your guide saying, hey, let's go. Let's do this. This is going to happen now. It's going to happen very quickly. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw like the Eight of Wands or a lot of fast moving energy, like wands and swords coming out around here. Whoops, wrong direction. So what's coming out with these cards? I'm just going to, I don't know. This is mixed melt. Let's just see what comes out. Each card wants to say something different. Moon coming up in reverse still. Weird. You're beginning to realize that the conflict in your life mentally has affected you financially. So it could have affected your job. It could have affected your spending habits. You're making a correlation, or you will be making a correlation between the untrained mind and something that has to do with your bank account or work. Okay, something that has to do with money. The more that you sharpen the sword of your mind and the more that you work through your inner conflict, you become more successful in work or with your finances. Some of you are in some kind of debt, and it is time to get your mind together. It is time to get on a plan for something like that. I do see you getting through this, but again, there is a correlation here with work or finances and your inner conflicts. Even if they don't seem like they are related, everything is related, okay? The Knight of Wands, you're getting through this though. Maybe not as easily as you want to, but you know, you're charging through a lot of this. And the more that you figure something out simple like this, like your finances, the more actually life falls together. Queen of Wands and the Moon, again, this is a time where you are very much exploring your inner world, your emotions, and I feel like you're tying them together to things that you didn't think correlated before. So it's like you're learning how something that you were doing over here, totally unrelated, once you improve, once you fix, once you diverge from it, actually something over here in your life starts to change as well. So kind of like a little bit of this reading is you becoming the master of your emotions, and a little bit also is finding the new you, finding out who you are and what you are. So we have tradition at the bottom of the oracle deck with the child that was at the top. I feel that habits and long-standing traditions are changing for you, or you're going back to something that you did in your youth that you lost connection with. The Secret, a lot of cats coming out, patience and meditation. Yeah, some of you like you practice like, I don't know, like paganism, Wicca, or some kind of traditional craft. Like maybe your grandma taught you, or maybe someone that's not around anymore, you know, was tied to it. They left, you got older, you got away from that kind of stuff. And now as you're changing, you're actually realizing that you're changing back a little bit into your roots and going away from some kind of upheld tradition that you've had for a very long time that I don't think suits you or serves you anymore. Cat energy coming out here, asking you to get into your high priestess meditative zone. If you don't meditate, you're not going to improve yourself or your life, so start meditating. That's not a debate. I don't want debates in the comments about that. It's just a fact. So we have the Secret and we have patience. The red's really popping out to me. So this is, again, I feel something kind of like ancestral or something in your blood, something in your DNA, right? There's going to be more discovered about you if you take the time for yourself in meditation to understand yourself, your subconscious. Meditation, high priestess energy, we got the moon again. It's really time to get to know your emotions and how your emotions control you and the world around you. Magic is like energy, basically, right? Everything is like energy. And energy is emotion, right? Emotion is just energy in motion. So you want to, within yourself, create the right energies, create the right emotions. You have control over these things. There's not some other thing inside of you creating emotions, creating chaos for yourself. That's just you being unregulated because you're not consciously controlling that. Once you get into a meditative practice to be able to control and even bring about certain emotions within yourself, once those emotions are running through you, your subconscious has been changed. It's under more of your control. You will see this reflected in the reality around you. The more you're able to control yourself, the more you're able to control your reality in a positive way. A lot of you, your life went into chaos, or your life is chaotic, right? 5 of Swords, 5 of Coins, stuff like that. The more that you get a hold of all of these different things, the more everything around you comes together without even trying, because you're able to bring about the right emotional states for yourself. Learn from the ones that you deem bad or wrong or chaotic. Learn what they're trying to tell you. Then you transmute that into more power to bring about a better emotional state. These emotional states, again, will be changing everything around you. New messages coming out. New messages coming out. I don't know if this wants to go into love a little bit. I do see some of you having issues with a betrayal or somebody that you have on your mind. Of course, that's heavy in the collective right now with people here. Let's see what wants to come out. New message wants to come out. New message wants to come out here. What's the new message? So we got death coming out again. Of course, that's Scorpio energy, very scorpionic. But I don't think it's talking about a Scorpio sign. I think that's just the energy that's here of transformation and death. What else is coming out with this death card? What else wants to come out for the collective with this death card here? Okay, all right, we'll take it. What else wants to come out with this death card here? Perfect, all right. One that fell, I don't know. We'll leave that as part of the extended. I don't think it wants to come out right now. It almost feels like it wants to be out of the deck, not in the deck, but I will take a look later at what that card could be. All right. Death and the Tomb. I mean, this is like deep energy coming up, I feel like. This is not about actual death. This is about like a resurrection, I feel like, or a coming back to deep transformation here. The Tomb could be looked at almost as the moon, almost as your subconscious. Window, the Lover, and freedom. So you're looking at a huge part of this transformation, or where you're at in your life, is looking at love differently. There may be somebody involved right now, but it's more about how you're looking at the situation that's shifting, and it's freeing you. So a lot of you are letting go. A lot of you are just changing how you're looking at love right now. We got strength coming out. We have judgment. A huge shift in ego, a huge shift in personality. Again, that's tracking with what's coming out. Page of Cups, going back to your heart. Two of Coins, Three of Cups. Okay, so I don't know if you're experiencing this right now, or if this is an energy that's about to pop in through your transformative experience of the heart, interpersonal relationships, but you are changing in a very positive way. Strength and judgment, it's just you're ironing out all the wrinkles that you felt within yourself. I mean, energetically, you are becoming a stronger person. You're shedding skin. A new chapter is starting, and love is about to change significantly for you. If there's not somebody in your life right now, this person may or may not be part of your new path. That's going to be you to decide if you're just stuck chasing your tail in a toxic situation. A lot of you are. Or if this is actually someone that you have potential with. Now, if you want to stay in that situation and it's actually not good for you, then if you're not going to learn and you're going to stay in it, then you'll stay there. Your progress will be delayed until you decide to leave it, right? Unless you actually chose correctly and this person's right for you. But again, what I see on my channel, a lot of the times, you're just chasing someone who's unavailable, to be honest, and you're sugarcoating it. For those of you that have the energy shift, for those of you that have the open mind, the open heart, and the space, there is somebody coming in though. Page of Cups. I feel there's a relationship coming for you. I don't know why I say coming. I feel like it's coming. This is more balanced than you've experienced in the past. So you kind of said, fuck it. A lot of you said, fuck it. I'm not chasing anymore. I'm going to get what I deserve. You've understood your worth. That's what it is. Strength and judgment. You're understanding your worth. That's the shift. And when that truly internalizes for you, I feel that's when love comes. With the Three of Cups, I kind of feel like that is maybe a choice that you have between multiple people, or it's just, I feel like happiness. In all relations, especially yourself. Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups, Eight of Cups. For a lot of you, you don't know what type of person you really want yet. You're learning, you're discovering. So what I feel like is going to happen is there may be multiple circumstances that are going to guide you towards understanding what the right energy for you in love is. And I see that's kind of shaping for you right now as you're shaping yourself. So understand that if someone comes in, they may not be the only person coming in right now. One of the people coming in is likely right for you, but you may have to go through a couple experiences to understand what is right for you. Which may be somebody in your life right now, you need space and to walk away from them to make room for the actual right person, especially with the Eight of Cups coming here. So what do they need to know, Spirit, about love? Empress coming out. Spirit wants you to know your worth. That's what this is all about. What do you need to know about love? Knight of Cups, Two of Wands. You're starting a new adventure. The adventure is about you. It's not about them. Keep your heart open as you move forward. You are embodying your Empress energy. Things are moving up for you. A lot of blue coming out, a lot of water energy. Flying Messenger, Betrayal, and Mask. You're learning that truly somebody or multiple people did not see your worth. They were like dishonest. They lied to you. They cheated on you, stuff like this. And I feel like you're only just learning now how bad that was and how that's really not love. Maybe you put up with BS. Maybe you put up with garbage. And being able to leave that behind and understand your worth right now is what's creating the most powerful shift for you. But it does take cleaning out everything in your life that really, I feel like, isn't serving your new path, the new you, or your highest good. This requires a lot of conscious change on your part. It's like you're rinsing the sugar off of all this stuff that you've sugar-coated in love, people, relationships. It's still hard to there is a walking away here for a lot of you. It's really hard for you guys to do that because there's love here with this person, but it's not the kind of love that could come to you that is just better. Two of Coins, in terms of the type of love, just feels so balanced. This is very equal energy between the two partners, two people who have a similar frequency, two people who support each other. It's not dramatic. It's not a fight. It's not a war. It's not a game. It's, we love each other. Let's go. Let's do this. It's that kind of energy. When that person comes into your life, you're going to know, right? Because you're already going to know what you're worth, what your value is. So you have that coin to exchange with somebody who also knows. Then there's no games, right? If you're playing a game right now, what does that say about the situation? What does that say about what you have to learn still if you feel like you're playing games? All right, let's continue this in the extended. I'm going to focus more on love advice. And for those of you that have a person right now, let's spill a little tea on them. I'll draw for the person in mind that you might be struggling with. If you should really leave them, let's see if they're really your twin flames, soulmate, whatever. Or if this is just a lesson for you, I'll tell it to you how it is, aka what the cards say, not what you necessarily want to hear. That'll be in the description box below. I might find another oracle deck as well to channel with. Thank you so much for coming. Take care.